Hey guys, so I'm finally making a new video again, and today's topic is just a little bit different from my usual stuff. I want I want to talk about what meditation means to me and why I started meditating. So before I start my video, obviously I just want to say that no, I don't think I'm an expert of meditation and any of that sort of stuff. I've only read one book about meditation, which was the Osho meditation, and I watched some YouTube videos and started meditating myself. So it all started last year when my girlfriend bought a book on meditation and she seemed to enjoy it a lot, so I decided that I'm gonna read it as well. The Osho book was quite alright, I enjoyed it, but you could see that at some points they kept advertising for you to buy more books about the same topic from the same author. Every once in a while they reminded you that you need to buy a CD with music that will help you meditate, but I think that's all a commercial bullshit. So obviously I didn't buy any more books, or I didn't buy any of those CDs with music. So I would recommend for you to read the book, but obviously don't get into the trap of buying all the CDs and more books and more stuff, because that's kind of the goal for making that book. But it also has a tons of interesting information that you can use, and it talks about the world and how you can view the world and Earth. So we decided to try meditating from whatever the book told us, but obviously there's like tons of different layers of what you do with meditation and stuff, but I just kept it really simple. And so my super impressive meditation method is, so I would just sit on the ground in somewhat comfortable position and close my eyes and notice the way I'm breathing. So I would breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and just try to breathe as deeply as I could, and that's it. In the beginning you could do like start with a minute of just doing nothing in complete silence with closed eyes. I just sit on the ground for 5 minutes. That's what I put on my timer. And in the beginning I did just 5 minutes with my first meditating in the world, and I just noticed that, like, for someone who doesn't do it often or hasn't done it before, it's actually really boring. And you start thinking, did my timer go off already, or didn't I hear it? So should I open my eyes? And it's just because you're not used to doing nothing for 5 minutes, because in a world of social media and information and stress and everything, you're just used to doing something all the time and listening to music, listening to noises, something's somewhere, and you just get distracted super quickly. If you do nothing for 5 whole minutes for the first time in your life, you just get super bored. That's why I would advise starting with 1 minute, and the next time you do it, sit on the ground, do nothing for 2 minutes, and the next time 3. And I've read that some people do it for 20 minutes or half an hour of just doing nothing. And there's always these super specific positions where you sit in this lotus pose and do this, and then you make noises, which was written in the book as well, that you should make these weird noises of like and who and blah blah blah. But like, you don't have to do any of that stupid bullshit to embarrass yourself. In the nice weather, it's obviously nice to sit on just grass and feel the earth around you and listen to birds and wind and everything, so you feel really close to nature. But you can also do it in just like sitting on the carpet or on the ground if it's comfortable for you. But I would probably not, like, I've tried to do it in the bed, but then yeah, you just get super sleepy and distracted. All the videos and all the books always kept saying that meditation helps you to release stress or get rid of stress or whatever. And when I used to go to doctors because of my headaches, they always told me that most probably it's stress related, which is a lot of things. Like, you can get like stomach aches or headaches, or you can get ill and all that stuff, just mostly because you're just really stressed. And I've noticed that a lot in my life. Don't you think those birds are just a little bit too loud? I'm not really sure how much stress does 21st century first world person has, but you know, apparently there's all sorts of different stresses, even though I would say that my life is quite alright. I don't have a lot to complain, but I guess there's different kinds of stresses for everyone, and everyone sees their problems differently. So obviously, after meditating a few times, it didn't cure my headaches, or I wasn't spiritually evolved or something, but I definitely noticed that right after you've meditated for those 5 minutes, you feel definitely a lot better. You feel more energetic and a little bit more positive because you've done something different from the usual. Shut up, little bastard. Trying to make a video here. That's how connected to the nature I am. So in the book they discussed how you could open your third eye and see the world in a completely different way, which most probably if you do it a couple of times is not gonna happen, because it never happened to me. But that's not what I expected. I would expect to just feel better, because everyone just kept saying that you will feel more positive and healthier and all that stuff, that just meditation somehow helps for you, which kind of happened for me, because I do think that once I started meditating, like, I would feel a little bit better just in that day. And I will never say that meditation changed my life forever in a completely different ways, but it definitely made me feel a little bit happier and a little bit more calm. So it does change your life, because you're also doing something that you've never done before. I don't want to sound super lame or sound like a hippie, but I do feel more connected with Earth in a weird way. That I feel like everything's a little bit more connected, and it's not just me going to work every day, going to bed every day, eating my lunch, looking at my phone, and then repeating the same thing over and over again. All of this sounds a little bit gibberish, then excuse me, I didn't write this video. I just sat on the ground, turned on the camera, and started talking. So obviously, as in every YouTuber's video that you've ever seen, we have to ask you, have you ever meditated? And if you have, how did you feel? Leave it in the comment section below, even though that's grass right there, because probably no one watches my videos until this point anyways. Thank you if you watched this video, because that means that either you like watching my videos or you were just interested in the topic. But anyways, I had a nice time making this video, because I've spent a lot of time outside, and yeah, that's it. Ow, my legs. I've been sitting on the ground for too long.